I know what you're thinking. You're like, didn't you do a video to say you weren't going to get this bottle? Why do you have it? Mm. Yes, it's true. I did a reel or whatever on Instagram saying that I wasn't able to pick up this bottle, but I got friends in low places. Doc over at Old Fashioned Ways, let's just say we did a trade, okay? You don't need to know the details. Things happen, okay? I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying. No, I am proud of it because I'm proud to have this bottle. And I opened up this bottle on my live stream that I just had recently. So this is the Distillery release series that they are doing. Now this one is a special one because it is 57% Brazetto rye, 30% white corn, and 10% wildflower malted barley. So let's get into it. And of course, we're going to rate this and all the things. Ready? Oh, that's a good cork pop right there. All right, let's get it in the glass. There's the glass. We're just going to do a little bit just to get a sample of it, right? So I've already tried this, obviously, but it's a Distillery Reserve series, which means it only comes out at the distillery and very limited bottlings. You got to stand in line for it, that type of thing. I got gifted it, traded for it, whatever you want to call it. Glad to have it. We'll just say that. So on the nose, it has rye, but it's very, okay, if you know anything about Texas whiskey, right? This one is that, but it's also very bourbon-esque, even though it's a rye whiskey. It's very bourbon-esque because it has that vanilla, that caramel, the brown sugar, all the things that you want in it. It's just not overpowering you with like dill or eucalyptus or something like that you would get from a lot of ryes, especially like a 95.5 rye. So let's get into it. You're done. You're done. Man, it's 4 years old. The flavors that are there are so nice. They're really cohesive. Everything's going together. The amount of barley that's in it is really showcasing. It's really giving a backbone of sweetness around the whole thing. It's giving it a lot of complexity. The rye is coming through, but it's coming through as like a pumpernickel bread or a rye bread, obviously, where it's more like cinnamon, clove, allspice, all the baking spices, and not so much the mint or dill or anything like that. It's very, I don't want to call it standard because it's not standard. It's very nice. The profile that's coming through is really nice, and it's 53%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 53% alcohol, so 106 proof. So, you know, it's not super high proof, but at the same time, it gives you the profile that you want on it, right? It gives you everything you're looking for. So we're going to score this. We're going to give this thing a score. And I would like to thank Doc from Old Fashioned Ways for, hand delivering this bottle over so that I could enjoy it and review it and do all the things with it. So this goes out to him. Thank you, Doc, so much. If you don't know Doc, please go follow him. So I do all of my scoring on 4 things. I do it on nose, taste, finish, and would I buy again, or in this case, would I buy it? Would I get another Distillery Reserve? That type of thing. This is long gone. You can't get these anymore. I think there was like 1,000 bottles maybe. So I was one of the lucky ones to get it. It was distillery only. So that's the other thing. You got to go pick it up at the distillery. So a lot of people aren't going to even be able to try this, but just you wait. Okay, let's get on the nose. Again, it's almost perfumey. Not in a bad way, not like somebody who has too much perfume on. It is like perfumey in the fact that it's like citrus and floral, but yet it's also spicy at the same time. It's like citrus mixed with a little bit of like honeysuckle, and then clove. All of those mixed together on the nose. So I'm actually going to give that a 9. Yeah, I am. I'm going to give it a 9. And I do all my scoring out of 10. Okay, so just understand that. So there's a maximum of 40 points you can get. So that's a 9. It's an excellent nose. For a rye whiskey, it's hitting right where I want it to hit. All right, let's go on the taste. It's funny, as it enters your mouth, it almost gets chocolatey. It almost has some chocolate to it. Then it's really nice baking spice, vanilla caramel cream, a little bit of sweetness that you're getting, and then it lingers for a while on not even on the finish, but on the actual mouthfeel. It lingers for a long time. Wow. It's unique, but it's also very very typical of Still Austin Rye, right? Wow. Okay, I'm actually going to give that a 9 again. Yeah, it's okay. Here's the thing: you can't find this. You're not going to find it. It's a great representation of Texas whiskey. Okay, Texas rye whiskey especially, and I just wanted to showcase that, I guess. Okay, let's go on the finish, but unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I have to have a little bit more. Copyrighted music, you know, I'll get banned or whatever. Oh man, the finish lingers. It lingers so much. It gives cinnamon. Oh, there's a little cinnamon note in there. There's allspice. There's, what is that? Maybe a little bit of ginger. Maybe a little bit of ginger. We just had like an Asian dinner, right? So it's complementing that. Of course, I drank a bunch of water and stuff like that, but recently had an Asian dinner that had some ginger and, you know, all the things in it, and it's complementing that very well. And that's the whole thing with taste, right? It's very subjective. What you ate, what you've drank for the day, your mood, all of those things really tee into it. So and it's still lingering. It's on my palate, and now it's like creamy, like vanilla wafers. Man, it's not Oreo. It's like the white Oreos, you know, like the vanilla flavored Oreos with cream in them. Man. And then it just keeps lingering. So I'm going to give that a 9. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9. Why not? Why not, right? It's really nice. So would I buy this again? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not even going to hesitate. I would buy this. I would buy whatever Still Austin has. Here's the thing. There's some people that don't like Still Austin. There's some people that don't like Texas whiskey. I understand you. I get it. Texas whiskey has a lot of work. I'm going to be the first to say it. I'm a Texas lover through and through. Texas whiskey has a lot of work. But Still Austin is doing some amazing things. And there's a bunch of other brands out there. And look at my podcasts and my videos and stuff like that. It'll lead you down the right path. Not everything has to be overpowering and oversaturated and too tannic and stuff like that. Not everything is like that. Okay, so just understand when you're coming into Still Austin, you're going to get a product that is rivaling, you know, the Kentucky boys in 4 years, when most of the Kentucky guys are 6 to 8. So just understand that. So for what I buy again, the issue is Still Austin is releasing stuff all the time, and it's rare releases that nobody's really able to get. That brings it down a little bit, only because of that. The product inside the glass, excellent. Don't get me wrong, it's excellent. But the rarity of it and the fact that they only make 1,000 bottles or 500 bottles, or one of the releases was 320 bottles, which was a single barrel, right? It does bring it down a little bit, because the availability to the entire country, at least, not even the world, but the country, it's just not there. So understanding that, and understanding that not everybody's going to be able to try this. It's amazing. I love it, obviously, but not everybody's going to be able to try it. So I'm going to give it an 8.5. Again, only dropping down because of the simple fact of the rarity of it, right? So, total up here above my head. One of the highest totals I've given, absolutely. This whiskey right here is absolutely fantastic. Here is how you can win a sample of it. Yes, I said a sample. You can't find this anymore. It's a thing. So if you want a sample, obviously follow, like, subscribe, and everything that I'm doing, obviously. I did a podcast with Still Austin. Please go check that out. I'm trying to get my numbers up over there. A lot of people don't know I have a podcast. So go over there, check it out. And the other thing down below, put hashtag DRS, Distillery Reserve Series, DRS, hashtag DRS down below. And I'll let this run for a couple of weeks and then I'll pick the winner. And you know what? If none of y'all pick, guess what? I'll just keep it for myself. Not a big deal. But I love sharing whiskey, and I love you guys getting a chance to try this. So please comment down below, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. I'm going to try to send this off to a couple of people so they can try it as well, because that's the whole point of the whiskey community, is sharing and letting people have a little sip of something you got. You know what I mean? So y'all be good. Drink water. And until next time, I'm not up here yet. Until next time, keep your spirits up. Peace out.